What's up, everybody? Just gonna do a quick mic check and then we'll be getting started here real soon. Alright, well I think it's time to just go ahead and get it going here. Thanks for the feedback on the audio quality, Sarah, appreciate it. Just getting things set up, is left rolling into episode 2 of the bush plane trip from Breckenridge to Mariposa Yosemite, Nevada. And just tried it out for the first time, just quickly recorded it, and had a lot of fun doing the first leg of this bush plane flight. And we're going to do leg 2. I'm not exactly sure how long it is, so if it's a short one, we might do a couple legs tonight. We'll just see how things are going. Let's switch on over into the game here and see how things are looking. So here we are. We're going to be doing the Breckenridge to Mariposa Yosemite. As you can see, we have accomplished leg 1, which was 63 nautical miles. So it looks like leg 2 is just over 30 and leg 3 is just over just at 30 really. So it looks like we're doing 24 and 19 minutes respectively. So maybe we'll do the next 2 legs of the trip here, and hopefully everything works out good. So I just need to dial up my nav here. There we go. And let's go ahead and launch into the game. Did a little work behind the scenes, playing with settings, trying to get a little bit better frame rate action, that kind of thing. And I squeezed a little extra frames out of the game, and I think got it running a little bit better. Did fix my rudder issue. If you guys saw episode 1, or I guess it was the aileron roll issue, did get that fixed up by downloading the utility from Logitech to update the driver for the X52, the Cytec X52 system. So here we are in Ridgecrest, basically, and it looks like we're going to be flying out of here today. Nice, looks like a nice day for flying. So let's get to it. We're already running. Oh, nice! It remembers my screens on my second screen. So I do have a second screen set up that that you guys can't see. Let's see, where is the VFR map? Okay, there it is. And basically, I installed a utility, which I have linked in the description below, to be able to look at some really nice map data through the browser on the computer as a supplement to the VFR map that the game provides, but it gives you, you know, highway names, road names, wilderness areas, state parks. You know, it gives you everything like you would see on a Google map when you're using it in your car. So I'm really liking that. Let's see if I still got this. Yep. Okay, so see, I fixed my view. I can just kind of look around now without it just snapping all crazy, so that is super nice. I'm pretty sure that is, yep, return to original view, and that's a little pop-up action there. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna oh, that's right, there is no ATC on here, right? We don't have to request taxi or anything like that, so we don't need to mess with any of that business. So we're just gonna head on out, I guess. I mean, we just pick a runway and go with it, I guess. Let's see here. Make sure I got my. I'm gonna head off into the grass, it looks like here. Yeah, I am pretty blind. I'm not sure. We should probably just switch to the external view since I don't know the airport. And let's see, I was zooming in on both things here. Let's zoom back out. And yeah, so that should be good. Oh, but it's not the right kind of deal here. All right, well, that's fine. We can do it this way. So I'm pretty sure the runway's over here, and since we don't have to use ATC or follow any kind of normal standards, we're just gonna be cruising right across everything here, and try to get over here where we can get taking off. And since I can see, you know, where the runway and everything is, I'm gonna switch back to my cockpit view, and looks like the runway is here, and we're just gonna head straight on out. Okay. All right, so that looks good, and I think, yeah, I think we can just get after it here and head on out. Should be a quick up off the runway here. Oops, I need to make sure I'm in game. There we go. Look how quickly that tail lifts off. It's just pretty awesome. Okay. Getting a little wild here. Just don't need much flaps at all to get this thing off the ground. Let's get a nice vertical speed here. Pop that back down in. And let's trim it up. Okay, so yeah, I'll get it. Whoa, that's a little much. If we keep it around between 5 and 10 vertical speed, that would be good. Complete about, yeah, I know that. Okay, thank you. We're gonna try to complete this without getting that. So if we hit start, let's hit start on the stopwatch, and we should be looking at what did it say? I forget what the ETA was. Let's try to get rid of this thing. I don't want to look at that the whole flight. We're gonna head out north. And we're headed up to Little Lake. It says depart from Inyokern Airport and begin the second leg of your bush trip adventure. Heading northwest towards US Route 395, the long asphalt ribbon bends ever so slightly north, leading you into a pass flanked by sloping hillsides and eventually toward the aptly named Little Lake. So that's where we're headed today. We're kind of rotating to the right here. We don't want to do that. We'll get that mouse out of the screen so it's not all crazy looking, and we're just gonna bank over here. You can see I believe that's 395 right there. Oops. No, sorry, that's the 14 freeway, and it turns into the 395 a little further north. So I think climbing up to 5,000 feet is looking good. I think we can level off here. So we'll just pull back on the throttle a little bit and level out. Trim this baby down. And we're off and running. Second leg of the Bush Flight series, second episode of the Bush Flight series. These are the pre-programmed bush flights within the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's make sure I'm still in game here. Since I do have a couple screens running, sometimes if I'm not on the active screen, I'll think I'm trimming the plane, and it's just not doing anything. I've had that happen regularly, a couple times at least. So I think hopefully everything is balanced sound-wise out there for everybody. Still got a vertical trim here. We need to trim it down a little bit. Already up to just over almost 5,400 feet. Still climbing. Come on. I think we can trim that. Pull back on the throttle a little bit since we are into the yellow on the throttle. Dial that back, and now we're gonna have to trim up a little bit again. That's fine. We want to be right around 5,000 feet, I think. Is where I want to be. Whoop. Pull back on the throttle a little bit more even. Just get a nice cruising speed going. You know what I didn't check is my fuel. Where is the fuel gauge on this thing? I don't even know. Is that these little guys? If I can get in here. No, I need to have the right window activated. How come it's not working? There we go. Alright, well, I'm sure we're probably fine on fuel. Who knows? Alright, so we want to trim this up a little bit more here. Get back to 0 on our vertical speed indicator. Take a look at the countryside. Look at those crop circles. Oh my goodness. One thing I wish this little plane had was a horizon, the horizon indicator. I like being able to look at the horizon indicator. Let's just take a look at some things here. I am feeling a lot more comfortable flying the plane today than I was the first episode. I just kind of jumped into it, and like I said before, I did play the beta version of the game a little bit, but I didn't have my HOTAs and my rudder pedals and stuff. I just kind of played with a game controller, so I didn't have all the fun things that really make it an immersive experience when I was playing, and didn't have the best internet usually, so it was always a crapshoot whether I had to download a massive update, which I couldn't download, so didn't get a lot of flying in when it was in beta, but back at the house here we got good internet and was able to get it downloaded and updated, and really wanted to get in some bush flying. I'm glad Microsoft decided to put some bush flying routes right into the game, so you could kind of get your feet wet on it and try some things out. Hopefully, I'm sure there's places online, some discords and things where there's bush pilots. I want to try to find those as well to get some different routes, maybe go fly with some folks. That would be super fun, I think. So that's kind of the things I'm looking forward to. Let's still throttle back a little bit more. Maybe not that much. Try to get a nice even trim, because here we're back down to like 4,500 feet here. So I'm not really sure where the little lake is, but it says long asphalt ribbon bends ever so slightly north, leading into a pass flanked by sloping hillsides and eventually toward the aptly named Little Lake. So come on. Let's get trimmed up here. There we go. Now we're holding our trim. All right, cool. Let's climb in a little bit. That's all right. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm going to look ahead on the map a little bit to see here. There's Owens Lake up ahead. I wonder if this lake closer to the 395 is actually Little Lake. But I'm not really seeing. The next thing is South Highway Reservoir. So you continue along Route 395, you'll soar over volcanic fields and chasms of sculpted black lava toward the highway. I think it's just highway reservoirs, bifurcated bodies of water on the east side of the road. Okay, so Little Lake is actually before. Okay, I see. I can see where we're at now. There's the reservoir. And this must be Little Lake here. I know you guys can't see the, there's Little Lake. Okay, cool. So I got it marked out on the map here, and I'll call it out. It looks like we can see it right there at about 12 o'clock coming up. So how am I doing? Yeah, we got a nice trim here, cruising. What's our throttle percentage? About 55%. That's decent. Head back outside a little bit here. So I believe this is Little Lake right up here. If you guys can, pretty sure you guys can see my mouse on the screen. Let's kind of come around here a little bit. Okay, level back out. So yeah, this is Little Lake right there. I feel so weird flying outside the plane. Gotta go back inside. I feel like I'm flying all weird. We'll try to get over here to the left side of the lake so we can get a good view as we fly by. And then that'll be Little Lake, the first kind of point of interest on our second leg of the trip today. And there she is. I still got a good trim. And there she is, Little Lake, my friends. Very nice, man. We've dropped almost to 4,000 feet. I have terrible altitude management. Oh, that's not the trim. All right. So next leg, we're heading up to the South Highway or Highway Reservoir. It's a little ways up here yet. Mark that out on my map. Another thing that's cool about these maps in the browser here with that is that you can see they got all kinds of layers on here, so you can see the terrain, the water. You could do a night mode on it, which looks really dope, and then you can even see the nav data, so you can see your like chart information. Right on the map, which is super nice. Let's see, so that's the reservoir. I was just fixing my location here. So we'll come up on the reservoir. It'll be up here on the right. Kind of coming close to this hill there, guy. I mean, you should watch where you're flying, maybe. What's weird is the VFR maps. They don't follow where you're at. The VFR maps that come in game, which is kind of weird. I would think they would show you a representation of the plane and everything else. Boy, my yoke wasn't working there for a minute. I was starting to freak out a little bit. But yeah, welcome to the new viewers. If you guys got any questions about Flight Sim 2020, I may or may not have the answers. You just shoot it in the comments there. We're just doing some bush plane. The bush plane flight's the first one that's listed in game, that's set up in game here. So it's got 25 legs to it, and I thought it'd be a good place to start, just to re-familiarize myself with Flight Sim. I played a lot of Flight Simulator 10 way back when, and that's when I picked up these Cytec X52 throttle, yoke, and rudder pedal system. So I'm flying on 10-plus-year-old flight equipment, which is fine. It still's working. It's a little janky, I'm not gonna lie, but it seems to be working okay for now, which is a testament to Cytec's build quality. Unfortunately, I don't think they're a company anymore. I think Logitech bought them. And while I enjoy Logitech keyboards and mice and things, and I have a Logitech headset, I don't know how well their flight yokes and that kind of thing are. I've seen mixed reviews on them, so not really sure if I ever see the need to upgrade, if I'm gonna go that route or not. One thing I do want to get hooked up and try out, maybe try it out between this episode and the next, is I have a Track IR, which is basically like a little infrared camera that you put on the top of your monitor, and then you clip a little reflectors to your hat, or to your headset or whatever, and then as you naturally move your head to look around, gives you a nice smooth motion, and you can look around in the cockpit here with that Track IR, and it's actually it worked really well in Flight Simulator 10, and I really did enjoy flying with it. Took a little getting used to, since you can turn your head, maybe 45 to 90 degrees, and when you're at 90 degrees, it's probably more like 45 degrees. When you turn your head 45 degrees off center of the monitor, you're looking way behind you, since you can't really take your eyes off the monitor to look behind you and have it be 1-to-1 ratio of your head turning to the representation on the screen. So I'm not sure what the ratio is, but if you turn your head a few degrees, you're actually turning your head much more in game, so that your eyes don't necessarily leave the monitor while you're flying, so you can still see everything. And once you get used to that, it's actually pretty nice. You can really see what's going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and start a little climb here. Maybe give it just a touch more throttle, since it seems like we're going uphill in elevation here as we come up on the reservoir. So that's the reservoir on our right. Oops, now I'm making too many adjustments here. So maybe we'll just kind of skirt over next to that. I'm not sure. So this is the point of interest camera, and it's got me looking way back there for some reason. I figured it would maybe point to the reservoirs since that's the point of interest on the nav log in game here. And let me just bring that up. I'll bring that up on the screen here real quick and show you, because I can do that. Here's the nav log. You can see we've been flying for just over 20 minutes now. And there's the reservoir right there at our 1 o'clock. And next stop is Olancha Airstrip, apparently, so that's where we're going to land. So that's another 6 miles north. So it's going to be at the far end of the upper reservoir. Follow the Los Angeles Aqueduct as it carries water north through the parched landscape, where the waterway runs parallel to 395. In the pathway between them, you'll find an unassuming dirt runway. This is your next landing spot. So that's right here, apparently. So there's the highway and there's the aqueduct. We're kind of rolling over here, apparently. Let's take a look at the reservoir as we go by it. It looks like a big dam right there. Capturing the water for this reservoir. I'm gonna move this back off screen. So this is the reservoir. Let's see, there it looks like there's an aqueduct. Whoops. Olancha. There's Olancha. Unfortunately, on these VFR maps, there's not a satellite view. There's like a street map view, there's a terrain view, but there is not a satellite view, so that makes it a little difficult to try to figure out, you know, where they want me to land. But that's all the fun, I guess, all part of the fun. Oh, and again, I don't have control of my plane. There we go. So where it runs parallel, so it must be right up in here somewhere. That's Grant. That's Olancha. Okay. Well, we're a little ways out yet. We still haven't quite left the reservoir. It's still right there. There's the back side of it. North side, I guess it is. Look at this guy. I gotta go. I'm in a bush plane there. MG42. So I can't ascend to those kind of heights. How's it going, man? But yeah, she's looking pretty good from here. Alright, so I think I need to come over this way a little bit. And see if we can't eyeball this. We fly right along the 395. Hopefully we'll be able to see this airstrip that they're talking about. Flying for 27 minutes now. It says so I think it was like 36 minutes or something. 36-minute flight. And I think that's it right here, actually. So I think, I don't know, can I just loop around and then come in and land right there? Maybe. Maybe. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's head back in the cockpit here. Go ahead and, oops. I just lost my VFR map. Sometimes they crash. That's the only thing. So where am I at here? I need to, let's give it some flaps. We're just gonna loop around here. A little stuttery, huh? Definitely need to look into some of my settings a little bit more. Okay, so there's the run, there's the airstrip right there. Not sure that I can make that. That's a pretty tight approach. Not sure how far out I am even. But anyway, you just cut that throttle out and give it a nice approach. Bring up the flaps here. Wrong way. There we go. Okay. Yeah, yeah, shoot, I'm gonna be able to nail this landing no problem right here. Piece of cake. Set her down nice and easy, I think. Yeah. Just a tiny little hop. No big deal. Let her run out here. Not really sure exactly where I'm supposed to go. Or if once I stop, it'll be like, oh, you completed the mission. I don't know. Yep, there it went. Cool, leg completed. Sweet. 36 minutes, not too shabby. All right, so this I actually picked a good day to do a live stream here with the game, since that was a short leg and get to see a landing in the middle here. We've only been going for 40 minutes, 44 minutes. So I'm feeling pretty good about things. I think we'll move right on to the next leg. I am just going to take a quick little break to refresh my beverage, and yeah, we'll be right back at it. So I'm just going to switch over to this here screen, jam the tunes, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back to it. I didn't lose any viewers through my little break, so that's fantastic. Let's switch back on over here. Let me do the thing, do it right. How come my transition's not working. That's always something. There we go. All right, so finished up the second leg of our bush plane journey here. Doing real nice. So we're gonna head to the next leg. Looks like we're doing about 21 miles. And ETE, I'm not sure what ETE is, but winds are 3 degrees at 3 knots. So let's get into it. Oh, I do need to go restart my map here though. So let me do that real quick. I should have done that. What was I thinking? Instead of making you guys wait around for me to start my map. But it only takes a second. Alright, so first leg of this, we're taking off from Olancha. Make your way north using the road as a guide and to quickly discover the dried out bed of Owens Lake, and now a massive salt flat dotted with sporadic seasonal brine ponds. Beyond the basin and a bit further north lies the small frontier town of Lone Pine. Okay, so I'm checking all that out on the map here. So that's our first leg, and then it's just right into Manzanar Airport. So it's really just it's gonna be a pretty quick. Where is Manzanar Airport? I don't see it on this map here. Let me see what it looks like on the VFR map. So this is what the VFR map looks like. It's pretty bare bones. But it looks like, is this it right here? I mean, I'm only going to here. KBIH, is that the airport? I don't know. I really wish it would give me the airport names, but I'm guessing that's probably going to be it. Just north of the lake bed, the dry lake bed here. So there's Lone Pine, and then you keep going north. There's Manzanar Airport. Okay, yeah, this is a super short trip up here. What's cool is I've been in this area, worked in this area before, and mostly south of Ridgecrest, where we took off from to start, but California City south of there, Tehachapi, down into Rosamond and Lancaster, Palmdale area, Edwards Air Force Base is down there. I've been all throughout that area, and you can kind of see it. Well, no, you can't see it on this map. This map is just terrible. I don't even know why they put this map on there. There's nothing there. I moved that back down. So yeah, that's enough John. I think we can get back into the cockpit here, and let's go ahead and give us some full flaps. My trim is set at 0, so I think we can go ahead and give that a little trim up here, even though we don't really need it, I guess. This plane gets off the ground so quickly. Let's go ahead and let's get back up in the air and head out on the third leg of our trip. the sky we go. We're gonna go ahead and come around here. We're going to follow the 395 and the reservoir, or the, not the reservoir, but the, whatever it's called, the aqueduct. Thank you. Aqueduct, that's right. We're going to head up north to Lone Pine. Just got to adjust my map so I can see where I'm going. Get up to altitude here. Nice steady climb. You can see the Owens Lake salt flats right out about 1 o'clock again. We can go ahead and go outside, take a look at those. So right up in this area is the Owens Lake salt and the salt flats, which actually appear to have quite a bit of water in them. But looks like maybe up here we could see some more salt flat action. Fun fact, I rode my motorcycle on a salt flat one time. Hit a nice soft spot and almost dumped it. Put my knee into the sand and was able to recover, but it was a long ride home after almost dumping it, and my leg hurting after that. Forgot to trigger the stopwatch to see about our time, but I just hit it right now, so it's a little bit behind, but that's all right. So we're going to come approaching 6,000 feet, or I'm sorry, approaching 6,300 feet. Let's get back in the cockpit here. See what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and come off the throttle here. Get her back to about 50. I think we were at like 55% last time. What are we at here? 65. Bring it back down there. And trim her out for a nice cruise here at about 6,500 feet. Kind of interesting, these colors up here. Oh, don't have control of the aircraft. There we go. Not sure why it does that, but for some reason it won't give me control of the aircraft. I have to like right click. Okay, there, I've got it. Move the mouse off the screen so you guys don't have to look at it. And don't have control of the aircraft. Just don't understand why it's doing that. Put it back on the screen. There, I've got control. Alright, well, we'll just move the mouse over here to the right then. I just don't. I just don't know sometimes why it does that. Whoops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to give you all whiplash there. I really should disconnect my mouse from the free look department, but sometimes it's kind of nice. So here's the flats here. There's a little bit of water in Owens Lake. Head back up to that description here. Yeah, dried out lake bed of Owens Lake. Now a massive salt flat with the brine ponds. So I do kind of wish that you had to use air traffic control when doing these bush. I mean, if you're flying into a controlled airport or even an uncontrolled airport with the towers, you can still announce your location and your landing intentions and things like that. I wish you could set it up. Maybe you can. I'm not entirely certain if you can or can't, but just to give that next level of immersion and understand that hey, I'm going to this airport, not just kind of landing wherever, and that just makes the simulation a lot more fun when you have to do these more technical things to fly the plane like you would in real life. Just trying to level out here at about 6,000 feet. Yeah, it's a nice calm day. Not really getting pushed around too bad here in the sky. I mean, I've got my hands and feet off the controls, just kind of cruising. Got the trim set, just adjusting it here and there. But yeah, I am digging the level of detail in the simulator. It is pretty nice. I am thinking that there's too much water in this reservoir over here, though, or in the Owens Lake. I mean, per the description, it should have been pretty much empty, but here we are. I wonder what that red, this red here is. There's quite a bit of that. That must be the salt or something. If they have salt farms here. That's my guess anyway. Who knows? I'm probably completely wrong. Oh, I guess I should just hit the recenter button. That's fine. There we go. Bring it around here a little bit, get back on the freeway. The freeway and the aqueduct here on our left, headed north. But yeah, I guess, I mean, Owens Lake originally, even all this area just below me and all the way to where the water starts out there to the east, this used to be all lake, according to the map I'm looking at here. So that's pretty crazy. And since it's a salt flat now, does that mean this used to be a saltwater lake? I don't know. Jeffus, what's up, man? Hey, the red colors from the bacteria. Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks for stopping by, saying hi. Been a long time. I haven't been able to do a lot of streaming or anything. Thanks for letting me know what that stuff was. So I'm guessing it's just leftover bacteria residue from the brine, since it says it's brine ponds left over in the salt flat there in the lake beds. Am I right on that? I should have another screen where I can look this stuff up, you know? Coming into there's a little body of water up here, and what is that? Okay, so that's just south of Lone Pine. Just adjusting my map here. So that must be the little town of Lone Pine, right up in this area right here. Looks like there's maybe a little airstrip in there, but we're gonna fly on over that and head on up to Manzanita. I think it's Manzanita, right? Manzanar. Manzanar? Yeah, Manzanar Airport. Manzanita. I can't even read right. How am I going to tell you what the red stuff is on the map? Well, as you can tell, you know, Flight Sim sometimes is not the most exciting. Game, or I prefer to call it a simulator because that's what it is. But it sure is nice, especially, I mean, once you learn how to trim a plane and just kind of kick back and relax like this, it is a lot of fun to be able to do that. And that really is, I think, to me, is the challenge, is to get to know the plane you're flying, be able to work all the systems, and to be able to make the most boring flight that you can. And it being the most boring means it's the most challenging, since you're flying the systems correctly, and there's not a lot to do because you've got everything set up and you're flying efficiently. So that's one of the challenges I enjoy with the Flight Simulator franchise, and anytime I've ever played, is to get to this point where I'm hands off the sticks, feet off the pedals, Just adjusting my trim, checking my altitude, my heading every once in a while, and cruising, you know. And speaking of my altitude and stuff, oops, that is not my trim. There we go. Let's give it a little trim up since we dropped down to about 5,500 feet here. Get back out to level. Yeah, yeah, it is correct, Jeff. Flights are never boring with views like this. That is absolutely correct. And in order to be able to enjoy these views, you have to be able to understand how to trim out your plane and not have to worry about flying the plane, so you can just sit back and take it all in. And that's the beauty of flight right there. So here's Lone Pine. Apparently they got a little airstrip here. There's the town. I wonder what this beacon is down here. I'm not sure what that is. But there is a beacon down there. It must just be for this this airstrip, since there's a parking lot over here. That just must be what it is for that airstrip. Alright, so we just got a little jaunt up to 395 now. Turning north here a little ways, and then we're going to be landing out here. Mount Whitney to the west. Well, that must be it out there. Let me check my other map, see if it calls it out. Yeah, I got Sequoia National Park right up in here. This is Sequoia National Park. It doesn't call out the peaks on the map I'm looking at, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, we got John Krebs Wilderness, Sequoia National Park, Monarch Wilderness. That's all right along this area. Kings Canyon National Park is a little further north than we are. We're just gonna go ahead and adjust to the north here a little bit. Head back in the cockpit. Oh, don't have command of the airplane. Here we go. There we are. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, this this valley here between that range and that range. And this part of California, the inland, being inland here is really nice. Real nice area. The Inyo Mountains Wilderness Area, that's what's right over here. Whoops, this way. Inyo Mountains Wilderness Areas. This is what the map is calling out for this range here. Probably look it up on Google Maps here, maybe. That'd be cool. I should set up like a few different screens so when we're flying around, I can have maybe an inset or something like that to highlight different areas, depending on where we're flying. Yeah, so that's Mount Whitney, as Jeff is saying, right out here to the west. Let's switch back here. So this is probably the peak. I would venture to guess it's basically directly west of Lone Pine, according to the map here. So that is pretty sweet. So it's probably this peak, Mount Whitney. Would be my best guess, or maybe this one. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing this one. Yeah, I know, right, Sarah? I mean, this game is quite amazing. How fantastic! And I don't even have the computer to run it on ultra super fantastic resolutions and settings. So I mean, there's a lot more detail to be gleaned out of this simulator if you have the hardware to run it. But things are looking, good enough for me as it is. I'd like to squeeze a little bit better frame rate as I just kind of scroll back and forth here. Yeah, it looks good, but if I sit for a minute and let it acclimate itself to where we're at and then try to move it, well, this time I didn't get a stutter, but you've seen the stutters. I don't have to prove I don't have to prove anything. Let's head back in the cockpit here. And let's see, we should be coming up on Manzanar Airport here actually real quick. We should be able to see it almost here. So we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, there it is. It's right there, actually. We better give us a little bit of flaps since we need to be landing here to get our next achievement. And I think I'm gonna put it right down right here on this runway coming in. I don't know, that's pretty close. I don't know that I'll be able to get down there. Maybe we should play it safe, kind of make a nice lazy loop and come in on that runway, kind of running northeast. I don't know what the heading is on it. This is 30. Yeah, I'm not gonna make this runway, so we're gonna make a nice lazy turn here and come in on that other runway, kind of headed northeast. I was just cruising right along, didn't even realize how close we were to that airport. Jawing on about these mountains over here. Look at that. Look at these mountains in the distance here with the peaks obscured by the cloud cover. That is awesome. That is just awesome how that does that. Yeah, see, there was a stutter. Told you. I told you it happens. Alright, so now this is a little bit different. This is going to be a little more challenging of a landing for me. To make sure I'm not losing my altitude too much. So I'm going to kind of level out here. I'm at 4,400 feet. So it's kind of a bummer is I don't know what the altitude of the airport is. What the oh crap. Okay, yeah. Give me back control of the plane here. I was clicking off on the map and all of a sudden just started diving since I didn't have the screen activated for which I was flying in. So alright, let's rotate around here. There's the runway, so let's kind of level out. Let's give it that last little bit of flaps. Give it some more throttle here. One thing I'm a little confused on is the wide one, the runway. I'm gonna guess that the wide paved area is the runway. Not seeing any markings, but yeah, that's got to be the runway here. Flying up here in this backcountry, I mean the map data isn't the best. As you can see, the highway is overgrown. The runways are a little muddy. And that's kind of one thing I need to work on is adjusting your settings and your resolutions and that kind of thing for the area that you're flying. It's not really a blanket, you know, this is the resolution. I'm guessing I shouldn't be landing on this runway probably, but yeah, this is the runway that we're lined up on, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's set her down real nice. A little bit of a bounce, not too bad. Let's head outside. Oh, I've lost control of the game again. Yeah, there we go. So since we are just bush planing it, I think I can go ahead and just park off the strip here anywhere. There we go. Is it gonna give me the, there it is, leg completed. Fantastic. Those 2 legs completed tonight. Well, I had a lot of fun flying. That's just over an hour and 20 minutes of flying. So I think I'm gonna end it there, my friends. I appreciate you all hanging out. Jeffus, Sarah, MG 42 Pillbox. Appreciate you guys in the chat coming out. pointing out some nice landmarks for me there, Jeff, is the Mount Whitney and things, and just checking out the scenery and carrying on the bush plane flights with me. Yeah, it is hard not to bounce a tail dragger, but that's always the goal. Set her down once and not flex that gear too bad, but it wasn't too bad. I'm working on it. So like I said, yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out with me, doing a little flying tonight, and we'll maybe try to do a couple more flights here coming up this week. There is 25 total legs to this trip, which we've done 3, so we got a few more to do. So with that, I'll say good night, and you guys have a good one, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.